Second blessing of God is desire to attain freedom, spiritual freedom, freedom from all these bondages, freedom from attachment, freedom from ignorance, freedom from expectation, freedom from like trying to live just a long life. I want to live 100 years. How? Oh, maybe with ventilator on. I want to live. What sort of bondage? Living a long life is a desirable thing. Life, quality of life has to be there. Like Swami Vivekananda quotes from Sanskrit verse, Muhurtam jwalitam shreya natu dhumaitam chiram. One fire wood you are burning, and it's not flame is not coming. All smoke came, and this is the wood was wet and nothing happened. All long time it's just smoke is coming out. That is not the glory of human life. But for a short time, you just blaze forth, give light, give heat. That is more glorious life. Long life is not glorious. In some drama or somewhere, someone said, "Jindagi badi honi chahiye, lambi nahi." Great dialogue by one in some drama. Babu Moshai, "Jindagi badi honi chahiye, lambi nahi." The life should be great. Quality of life should be great, not long. That should be our goal. And what should be the goal? Mumukshuttam. Vedanta says there are 4 pursuits of life. We want 4 goals of life. What are the 4 goals? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma is, as I said before, self-discipline, moral and ethical life, life that is useful for all, following the injunction of the scriptures, leading a pure life. That is dharma. I want to have a decent life that is as taught by the scripture, the best citizen. That life is dharma. That is one pursuit. There is another goal, artha. Earn money. Have some facilities that make your life comfortable. There is all artha. Nice car. Those are also people like to desire. There is no harm in that. Good house, nice car, comforts of life, wealth, and you utilize that. If you have wealth, utilize that for the service of others, donate that for the humanity when they are in difficulty. All wealth is wonderful. What can be done with wealth? Money is not always bad, and you don't know how to spend money, then money is bad. But when you know how to earn and also how to spend, then money is good. If your money is utilized for the service, for the help of your fellow human beings. Otherwise, money becomes big trouble. They say money is like your boat is in the water, and suddenly there became a hole in the boat, and water started coming in. Then what will happen? What do? You have to take this water from the boat, and faster you have to throw it away, or throw it in the pool or river itself, so that water doesn't accumulate there. It has to be spent. Like that, exactly the money. When you have lot of money and you don't know how to spend it, it will sink the boat. It will make you egotistic, it will think of problems. Now suddenly you have lot of money and old days comes. Death knocks at the door. And I have so much money, whom to give, how to spend, how to disburse. In that worry, gone. Last time, instead of thinking about God, you think of what to do with money. So money, a lot just remaining with us unutilized, unspent, and if we have something, money is there, but you say, so much after my death, give this to this charity, to this ashram, do this good work for this. If you have all the plans, then it's fine. Then there's no problem with money. So money, good power, but we should know how to spend the money. Artha is that. This is one pursuit. Second pursuit. What is third pursuit? Kama. Kama is desires. Desire of some enjoyment. That is also people have the pursuit. That is also one goal according to Vedanta. Vedanta is such a wonderful religion that is not unworldly at all. They say, don't think about the world, only God. From the beginning you are born and the thing that you do the pranayama and then meditation. Don't consider about the world. No. Vedanta is very rooted to the ground, that religion. It knows the human aspiration. It knows what the human being want. So karma has a place. The desire and fulfillment of desire for enjoyment has a place in Vedanta. It is also one of the four Purushartha, as it's called. Artha, that Purusha, the human being, they see at the goal of life. One of the goals of life. You enjoy the things, whatever you can find. You enjoy the traveling in nice places, you enjoy good food, you enjoy good life, all that. There's no harm in that. Third. But what is most important and said at the end is dharma, artha, kama and moksha. If you are set only with these three and you have not achieved the fourth goal, then you have not made your human life complete. After this, artha and kama enjoy, and your human life should be all guided. Artha and kama is like the river that flows. It has to be contained with two banks of dharma and moksha. Good life and the real goal of life to become spiritual. If we have these two, dharma and kama will never spill over. They will not go beyond the banks. They have to be contained within the banks of good and self-disciplined life and the goal of human life as this for the spiritual evolution or spiritual realization. That is the second blessing that we all have. Moksha, the Chaturtha Purushartha, the fourth goal of the four goals of Vedanta. And that is so important. And it has been always the case in the society. Without having the moksha or mukti or ultimate freedom, life is useless. Human life can attain that moksha, and that realization that it can be attained, it is attainable. That is by the grace of God alone it happens. We all are striving for spiritual progress. We want to get rid of anger and attachment and greed. We want to go beyond that. We don't want to be self-centered. We all have that. How it happened? By the grace of God. Ultimately will come, we want to be free from all this worldliness, as it's called. Set everyone free. When we see that God is the real doer, I am not the doer, then attachment goes. Otherwise we have always think, I am responsible. If I don't train, who will do? If I don't see, who will do? Like that thing comes. Later on comes the insight. Oh, I thought I was doing, but someone else was doing. Vedanta tells one very nice story of a dog and a bullock cart. There was a bullock cart in summertime. It is very hot, Indian summer, you know. And the bulls were set free, and there was a stray dog, and it was not there. Even the shade were not there. It was 12 o'clock, very hot. So where to find shade? The dog was not finding. So ultimately he found that the bullock cart is lying on the corner on the side of the street, and he went under that bullock cart. There was a nice shade, and he fell asleep. Afternoon happened, then these bulls were attached to the bullock cart, and it started moving. Then dog woke up with hearing the sound, it happened with these wheels, and then dog woke up, and he found that bullock cart has gone forward, and he felt the sun. Again, afternoon sun was hot. Then he ran under the bullock cart. Now bullock cart is going, dog is running inside the bullock cart, under the bullock cart. Both are running. Suddenly this dog started thinking, oh, this bullock cart, this big, I am pulling this. Whenever the bullock cart stopped, dog stopped. Whenever bullock cart started moving, dog started moving. But dog started thinking, whenever I stop, bullock cart stops. Whenever I move, bullock cart moves. Thought was just deluded thought, mistaken thought. He took all the responsibility of running, moving bullock cart on itself. So, like that, the dog thought. But who was running the bullock cart? Because the bulls were pulling. Dog cannot pull. So, like that is our case. Everything is run by God. And we feel that we are doing the thing. So, when we mature spiritually, we see hands of God in everything. And we become a part of God's play and enjoy this world wonderful. Beautiful, wonderful, and growing the children is such a wonderful thing for householders. Seeing them from baby and then growing, and then you teach them, you give them the morality, ethics, and all the things that you have learned from your scriptures, from your system, tradition. Then you want to impart that, and finally realize, I thought I was imparting that, but it's all that came through my mind, and I have nothing to do. I am that self. It doesn't work. I am the witness. This body, mind, they were working by which are the part of nature, they were working and they were giving. And I am the witness, seeing how wonderfully children are growing. The creation of God is wonderfully, this world is filled with so many good things, good people. And you don't have the thought that I am the doer. This idea of doership changes. It has given, all credit is given to God. And you say, not I, but thou, O Lord. Sri Ramakrishna's favorite proverb, Naham, Naham, Tuhu, Tuhu. Every credit is God. You have done that. Not I did this. I like that when Zakir Hussain, our Slumdog Millionaire, this famous Oscar-winning movie. And who was this music director? A.R. Rahman. He got the Oscar. Then they were giving Oscar, and they all praised him for composing wonderful songs for the movie, and got Oscar. Very honorable. He came to the mic and he said, no, it is not because of me. It is because of God that has been produced by me. He gave all the credit to God, and he said, if anyone else has to get some credit, any human being, it is my mother, not I. All thanks and credit he gave to God, Allah, and to his own mother. That is wisdom, that is knowledge. That takes away all your ego, makes you rich with humility. Oscar prize doesn't make you rich. Humility makes us rich. Knowledge makes us rich. Bringing the God makes us rich. Understanding that it's all God's work, that makes us rich. We become free from egotism, free from pride, free from ignorance that I am the doer. And we come to knowledge. That is freedom. And ultimate freedom is the freedom from the ignorance that I am this body, that I have birth and death. These are all ignorance and misunderstanding. When we know that I am that Atman, which is ever immortal, which is never bound, I thought in ignorance I am bound, but I am that ever free, ever immortal, ever blissful, eternal Atman. That becomes ultimate freedom. Jivan Mukta we become spiritually free. That desire to be free is the grace of God, is the blessing of God. And it starts from having wished to grow spiritually. We enjoy devotional songs. We want to pray to God, want to repeat God's name, singing nice bhajan. All these are steps in spiritual freedom. Ultimately, when you grow more and more of that, we will attain freedom. Tremendous love of God, total self-abnegation, only God will remain. Kabir Das ji said one beautiful poem. Prema ki gali ati saakaro, isme do na samay. This lanes of love is very narrow. So narrow in that two can't move together. Only one can move. When I was moving, God was not there. जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं. जब हरि है तब मैं नहीं. When I see only God, then where is I? My ego is totally gone. I see God everywhere. Because this lane of love is very narrow. Only God is there. When we can see God in everything and everyone. And in reality, this whole universe, according to Vedanta, is the appearance of God. God appears as this universe. Sarvam khalu idam brahma. Everything that is here is Brahman. Iti iti. That is the process that happens when we are free, attain freedom. When we stop seeing anything else other than God, then we are free. Manushyatam mumukshuttam. Now such a glorious is the life of mumukshu, who desires freedom. And desiring freedom itself is the blessing of God, and attaining freedom is also the blessing of God. In one of the Upanishads it is said, who attains freedom? One who is chosen by him. Yame vaisha brinute tena labhya. One who is chosen by the Brahman, that he will be free. Who will be chosen? Who strives for that? He is there in front to be chosen. That is the blessing. Sometimes we often say blessing or grace of God is something that we will get without doing anything. Not that. Blessing of God, you have to put some effort. But what you gain by doing little work, you gain enormous result. That is called blessing, that is called grace of God. One person gave the example. What is the grace of God? You are in a cold room, dark, nothing there. You want light, you want warmth, you want to see the thing, nothing is there. Cold, nothing is seen, dark, very gloomy. But how to bring all light and heat and you can see the things? You need grace of God. But in a closed room, all windows painted, you cannot have that. You can have grace of God. You just walk out of a room and go outside. That is the effort you do. And what is the grace? Suddenly it is all light, sun shining, green, it is all flowers, birds chirping, whole scenario changes that was in your room. You got very little. And you got total change of the thing. Your mood changed, your scenery changed, your everything changed. That effort is needed to have the grace of God. So that is the grace of God. Do a little and you will gain. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you walk one step towards God, God will walk 10 steps towards you. He is ever eager by His blessings. What is the third blessing?